So, I'm gonna be honest, in the gaps between series, it can be difficult for Doctor Who YouTubers to come up with new ideas for videos. And as such, I've been looking up the Doctor Who news, seeing if there's anything I can talk about. And one article that struck me was one created by Cultbox. Specifically, this article, titled Doctor Who Series 12, Jodie Whittaker reports on filming progress from Cardiff. Which seems harmless enough. Jodie Whittaker spoke to Doctor Who Series 12 progress in a brief phone call from her trailer inset in Cardiff. It says inset in Cardiff. Her trailer inset. I think it's her trailer on set. Very good punctuation there. Cardiff to the Zoe Ball Breakfast Show. Never heard of it. On Radio 2. Never heard of it. On the Friday morning, October 4th. So this is 2 days ago as I'm recording this. Probably be 3 days ago for you guys. I am in my trailer in Cardiff and ready to go on set. Now, this is where my main question is, really. Why has this taken so long? Now, I know you're thinking, oh, actually, it's not that much longer than an average series. It's really not that much longer of a filming block. I'd like to remind you all that they started filming in January, shortly after the release of Resolution. That means they've had 10 months to film this stuff, and they're still not done. We haven't even had as much of a teaser for the new series yet. I mean, say what you want about some American shows, but they're able to crank these series out every year, and most of them maintain a certain level of quality. Obviously, that number increases when you're doing things like hand-drawn animation that takes a lot longer to make. The article then goes on to say, it's such an exciting feeling. We're coming to the end of shooting, and we're all really excited to show it off. Again, why is it taking so long to show us something? Doctor Who, the interest in Doctor Who is dwindling right now because we've gotten nothing to go off of. There is so much happening. There really is. Again, I'm not hyped for this series. Let me make that very clear. I've said this before, I'm not that excited. But when you run a Doctor Who channel, you're very much at the mercy of things like filming progress and updates and trailers and teasers. And we haven't even had as much of a teaser yet. 10 months into filming. Now, to play devil's advocate here, this could just be nothing. This could just be maybe they're recording an extra special, maybe Children in Need's interfering with it a little bit. Who knows really why it's taken as long as it has, but in my view it's taken longer than it should be taking. Bear in mind that we went down from 12 episodes to 10 episodes, so we'd get, more time with each character in a given episode, and in theory it should have mitigated the huge gaps between releases of series, because you're taking off 2 episodes from the filming schedule. But no, if anything, the filming is taking even longer. And in addition to that, I'd like to point out that we had a gap in 2016, so gaps aren't really anything new. I'd like to say that, it's not me saying, oh, it's definitely going to fail because there's been a gap, because we get gaps in Doctor Who all the time. But there was at least a reason given by the BBC for the gap. I think in 2016 it was to do with, the World Cup. I could be wrong on that. Feel free to correct me in the comments below. But this just seems extremely long time for a series with fewer episodes and a run count that's only slightly increased. It's 9 wonderful months running about and coming up against some very exciting monsters along the way. Yeah, I'll believe that when I see it. Get ready for the Pating 2.0, everyone. Yeah, it's gonna be great. I'm in my trailer right now with Mandeep Gill, who is overseeing this bit of information to make sure I do it properly. That seems like a very odd statement to me, overseeing this bit of information to make sure I do it properly. Is there a fear that Jodie could say something wrong? I don't know, the wording of that sentence is a little bit odd to me. Like, again, this is full-on tinfoil hat speculation. So, try not to take any of it too literally. Don't go, this is all lies, because I'm just speculating. That's why it's called speculation. Because I don't know what's going on. You don't know what's going on. Little Jimmy down the road doesn't know what's going on. I'm just giving my thoughts on this. And then the article concludes with them saying, so there you have it. Filming on Doctor Who Series 12 is nearly complete. Again, I think it should have been complete long ago by this point. And I mentioned Children in Need earlier. I can't see why that would interfere with filming. It's a side charity event with her singing Yellow, which, by the way, have any of you heard the horrendous cover of Yellow that Jodie Whittaker's done? It's very obviously auto-tuned, in my opinion. I know a lot of people like it, and power to those people if you do like it. You know, I'm happy for you. I'm also not a huge fan of Children in Need personally, just because they've got some of the biggest bank accounts in the world. So I think a lot of it is a money-making scheme. Same with things like Red Nose Day. So I'm not a huge... I understand it, and it's a good idea in concept, but in execution they actually end up making a lot of money from it, and I just don't agree with it personally. But that's neither here or there. Whittaker spoke to Radio 2 to promote the song she recorded for Children in Need. Got It Covered album, which will be released on Friday, November 1st. She recorded a cover of Coldplay's Yellow for the album. You could listen to her recording here. Now, I won't put it in the video because I'll probably get copyright claimed and all my revenue will be taken away, so all of my 50p will be taken away from me. But instead, I'll leave a link to her cover in the description provided by TARDIS Zone. We will bring you more news on Doctor Who Series 12, including when it wraps, as soon as we learn more. So that's basically it. It's just a bit of a fluff piece, really, to say we're almost done. But again, I just can't understand why it's taking so long. I mean, I know a lot of people have come up with reasons like, oh, it's actually not as long as Series 11 if you think about it. But the reason, like, it wasn't as long was because Chibnall was given a lot more time because he didn't want to do the Christmas special. So therefore, he had a lot more time to come up with a new series. Which, by the way, didn't seem to have helped because Series 11 happened. But I just find this whole situation very confusing. Like, surely, if you started in January, you should have been finished long before October. Or at the very least, if you have finished, or if you are finishing right now, surely we should have seen something, right? Am I the only one who thinks this? Am I the only one who thinks it's a little bit suspicious that we've seen nothing other than that Jadoon picture from, when was it, July, August? And those Cybermen pictures that haven't even been confirmed by the BBC, even though everyone knows that the Cybermen are coming back. Because there's literally pictures of giant metal men with handles on their heads. Yeah, I wonder what villain that could be. It's a real head scratcher. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Whether you think, it's just a normal filming block, or whether you believe, well, I think there might be something in this. Because, honestly, it just strikes me as odd that after 10 months of filming, we've still seen nothing from the set whatsoever. Perhaps they're filming a special episode, maybe even a regeneration. Obviously, I'm not going to get my hopes up, but I keep my fingers crossed. I'm hoping that we hear some more news in the coming weeks, because we're going to have to. It's been 10 months since it started filming, and it's just been radio silent. There's been a theory going around that once all the clips of the previous series are uploaded to YouTube, they release a trailer for the new series. Now, I don't know whether there's any legitimacy to that, it's just what I've heard. But I will be looking out because there was a recent release on the Doctor Who YouTube channel of Resolution, a scene from Resolution, which would be the final episode of Series 11. I mean, it's debatable whether resolution is part of Series 11, but I include it because it kind of acts as a resolution, shockingly enough, to Series 11's and all its various plot threads that ended up going nowhere. But again, let me know what you guys think. Comment, like, and subscribe. I'm hoping that the next video will be another ranking because I really enjoyed the last one, and you guys seem to enjoy it as well. You obliterated the like goal, which is fantastic. Let's see if we can aim for 20 likes on this video. Thank you for watching, and I will see you